This year's Budget and Committee of Supply sits midway in the government's electoral term, assuming a 5-year term. In sporting parlance, we are at halftime. And at halftime, an appropriate juncture for government and this House to take stock of how we have performed and what else needs to be done to finish the job and deliver on our promises to Singaporeans. If we compare your speeches, MP speeches, when the 12th Parliament first opened in 2011, and during the past 2 budgets with your speeches this year, some conclusions can be gleaned. Then MPs asked if we were doing enough for the poor, for older Singaporeans, for the disabled, for the PMETs and lower skilled workers. Then MPs pushed government to find ways to narrow the wealth gap. Then MPs echoed residents' dissatisfaction with housing, the transport system, and healthcare affordability. Members were also not pleased with our over-reliance on foreign labour and called the government to slow down immigration and improve productivity. From this year's speeches, it would be fair to say that there have been significant improvements in some areas as government rolled out measures to deal with the issues that MPs raised in previous years. This budget's $8 billion Pioneer Generation package won universal support from all members in this House and the general public, both old and young alike. PGP could easily have been called peace of mind and gratitude package for Singapore pioneers. Many members in this House have also noted that what was extraordinary was not only the package, but that it could be funded entirely. By doing so, this government has set a virtuous precedent of not making grand promises for subsequent governments to bear the cost. This is something that few, if any, governments around the world have done or can do. MPs were also pleased that the housing problem has been decisively tackled. The results speak for themselves. Shorter waiting times, lower costs, and greater affordability of housing pushed MND off the hot seat to the relief of Minister Kor's eye bags. The honour of hot seats instead went to MOH, MOT, and MOM. They received the most cuts and together took up nearly a third of our Committee of Supply time. In all, members filed 452 amendments, 6% less than last year. For MOH, the attention was expected given our concerns with a rapidly aging population and many MPs wanting to give inputs for MediShield Life. For transport and manpower, the added attention reflected work in progress on areas the government will need to improve on over the next few years. MPs were happy that bus travel had improved, but train rides had not yet turned the corner to win approval. For wages, MPs noted that median wages had risen, but wanted an economy that provided even better jobs and higher wages, especially for low-wage and older workers. MPs here have rightly recognized that the key to both aspirations was more innovation and higher productivity, and urged economic agencies to redouble efforts to help especially our small and medium-sized enterprises in the face of Singapore's economic restructuring. There are also perennial passions of our MPs, an education system, including preschool, to better prepare our children in today's world, less stress and emphasis on exams, more programs to foster creativity, imbue skills to learn, inculcate values and resilience through arts, sports, and a love for our history, culture, and environment. And, as necessary, calls for more to be done to bring the disabled, the special, the different, the marginalized, and vulnerable into the mainstream life of our society. All in all, this year's budget and COS reflect the House holding true to the course which the President set when Parliament began in 2011. To quote, "To build on our strong foundation together, to give all Singaporeans a better life and brighter tomorrow." Close quote. In this task, many MPs have cautioned that we must not become insular, not to become the proverbial frog in the well, staring only at our piece of sky, thinking that it is the entire universe. It was opportune that the crisis in Ukraine served to affirm MPs' caution and served as a salutary, if grim, reminder of how small countries can be treated if they cannot protect their own sovereignty. Madam Speaker, we have come to the end of the debates on the budget for FY 2014-2015. It's been an intensive 9 days, with sittings lasting about 8, sometimes 9 hours each day to give sufficient time for full discussions on the estimates. I want to thank MPs for maintaining high standards in this Parliament during the Budget and COS in their debates, as well as in civility and decorum. Madam Speaker, if we have completed the first half of the match, the more crucial second half begins when Parliament reopens after prorogation. We still have much to do. This House therefore urges all of us together, government, MPs and our people, to commit ourselves to the task of improving the lives of all Singaporeans in the remainder of the term. Madam Speaker, on behalf of the House, our thanks go to the staff of the Secretariat for their support, assistance and cooperation rendered to the House over the 2 weeks of budget sittings. We express our deep and special thanks to you and your deputies for ably and patiently presiding over the debates and ensuring the budget proceedings went smoothly and completed within the allotted time. We are thankful that your guillotine was sparingly used and that we have survived this budget and COS under your firm hands with head and limbs intact. Thank you very much.